All right, all right. What's up, everyone? I was about to say happy Wednesday, but it is Tuesday. I'm all messed up here. All right, let's get the party started. Let's get the music playing. Where's the music at? All right, that's a good one. All right. So first of all, guys, I want to apologize. I know I wasn't here Sunday. It was Father's Day, and I did spend some time with my dad, so had a good time. Fortunately, that I was not able to stream due to the time constraints and what I had going on that day. Let me just go ahead and switch over here. Where is it? There we go. All right, where's chat? Where is chat? Hop out chat. All right, so hello everyone. Hi Johnny. When are the Tinder streams coming back? We'll see. If enough people want it, maybe I'll do it for a little bit. It just feels weird. It feels weird doing so because obviously it's not me. Like I'm not actively out there swiping, but doing it to see what's in my area is kind of interesting. But it just feels weird to me. We'll see. Pratish, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. All right, so question at hand, topic of the stream is going to be: is it too late? Are we still bearish? What's the deal? I'm not having doubts. I'm just more of trying to just wait and see what happens before I make any serious conclusions. All right. First things first, I need to kind of show you guys where I'm coming from and explain why I might think a certain way. Now, before we even go over anything when it comes to where price can go, I just want you guys to know that I am still bearish, but there is a bullish side. The bullish side is, how do I say this? Bullish side was always on the cards, especially after this structure played out, which is this structure here. That's a bright green. All right. But yeah, ever since we put in that structure, I always said there was a chance for BTC to regain some sort of bounce and maybe become bullish. I'm not there yet, even though we do have the upside advantage at the moment. The question is it still a viable option? Is just a retest? We'll have to wait and see. I'll explain more in a little bit what could be going on. But before we do that, I just want to give a shout out to today's sponsor of the stream and the sponsor of the channel as of for a little while now, which is actually going to be Fairdesk. So if you guys are interested in checking out a new exchange, Fairdesk has all the tools we need at ABC Traders. The UI is good. I like the platform. It's very, very clear, very pronounced. Everything's right in front of you. So if you guys would check out the Fairdesk link in the description below, if you guys were to sign up and deposit, just letting you guys know it does come back to support me. And those who have supported me and by signing up and depositing and trading, thank you. I really do appreciate it. I know there's a couple of you out there, and I really do. It helps me continue to do this. And if you guys want to support me further, you guys can absolutely do so by checking out the link in the description and signing up and depositing. We'll greatly appreciate it, but not required, but I would appreciate it. So, and also I haven't really shouted out the Discord in a while, just because I'm going to be real with you guys. I apologize. I know I'm not that active in there. I do check in every once in a while to see what's going on. Unfortunately, things aren't really too exciting when there's nothing going on in price action due to how we trade things. Because we're not, active day traders or, constantly like scalping. It's not really, there really isn't too much to talk about when there aren't positions on the table. So But if you guys are interested, all right, you guys want to check out the Discord, you get access to my real-time setups that I'm looking to trade. You also get access to the tutorial videos, which is everything you're going to need in this section here. Everything from the how to DCA. I don't know why that's actually that's the right move. Everything from how to DCA, basic leverage trading tutorials, all the way to the ABC stuff, as well as trading psychology videos, which is, I think, more important than the actual trading strategy videos themselves. So I put a lot of time into that. If you guys want to learn everything from how I got to 0 to now, definitely go check it out if you guys are interested. I know there's 2 links in the description. Some people like to use Patreon. There's also a different link that I use, a different platform you guys can sign up via either or. You guys can only sign up for the lifetime through the WAP. I think it's what it's called. It's a funny way to say that. Description. If you guys are interested. If not, there's a monthly charge. If you want to just go ahead and check it out for a month or 2. Nothing wrong with that as well. As well as you get access to the ABC crash course if you guys want to pay for a lower tier. That's primarily a video only, and as well as I know someone did sign up. I have to reach out to them and see if they want to schedule like a separate live stream to go over certain things. But that's primarily just allowing you to get access to the video from A to Z on how I trade ABCs. I think there's more stuff in the Discord, but absolutely it's not required to sign up. But if you guys are interested, like I said, it all comes back to supporting me. Allows me to keep doing this. I would greatly appreciate it if you guys are on the fence or want to learn more about ABCs. Go ahead and check it out. All right, now we got that out of the way. It's been a while since I talked about the Discord. Let's see. Forex, how you doing, my friend? I haven't seen you in a while. How's it going, bro? Can we join your Discord channel? Like I said, it's a paid group. I'm thinking about maybe putting in a free part of it, but you're gonna get like the free version or the free section of the Discord is gonna have nothing in it. It's just gonna be able for you guys to chat if you guys want. Maybe I'll put that in, but like I said, if you want access to anything else, it's going to be, you're gonna have to pay for it. I'm just saying. Now, I'm gonna try to keep it as cheap as possible where it makes sense, and also, you know, kind of keep it in the middle ground. I'm not making it too expensive, but also I can't get away for free. Let's see. Crypto Beehive. Hey, Johnny. Been working a ton the last few weeks. Finally got some time off again. Just curious, what trades are you currently in? If you want to share, yeah, I can absolutely share the trades. So at the moment, I'll show you on chart, and then I'll show you the actually I might be able to pull it up still. I'll show you on the chart itself, and then I'll show you on the exchanges. Oh shit, I forgot to talk about something too. Hold on a second. Before I do that, guys, also just want to let you know, this person hasn't been too active on the copy trading part of things, but there was someone out there who may or may not be me, cannot confirm nor deny, who is a part of the copy trading section of Fairdesk. If you go into the search engine and type in my name, I can spell crypto right. I have a couple followers. I had the person, it's not me, remember, this person has not been taking trades recently. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to approach it, because unfortunately with copy trading, there's set take profits, set R&Rs to look for. So I'm trying to figure out what the best way to approach that is, and hopefully let that person know, hey, this is what you should be aiming for. But if you guys are interested, definitely go ahead and check that out. You guys can sign up. Just let you know, the person will be more active. So we'll have to wait and see until I can figure out a good way to approach this, in case this person does want to keep going, or at least figure out a good way to structure those trades going forward. But like I said, may or may not be me. But yeah, had to mention that. So so for the trades that I'm in, all right, let's go back a little bit. So I'm currently in this ABC short. All right, and this is off of the larger ABC here. All right, so we're playing into the C wave, so we're playing into the possibility of a larger reversal. All All right. That's the short setup I'm in for BTC. So I'll keep that red line. All right, also, I'll mark it out for you. So I'm short below that pivot, as well as we do have an ABC long position. So A, B to a C. All right, that's a very good possible bullish setup. All right, this is something I talked about as it was developing. This could be a turning point, a bullish turning point for BTC. All right, and that's it for BTC. I'll go over, I'm also in an ETH trade. So guys, I mentioned this in the group, but I have taken that 1738 entry, as well as I'm currently holding a short position from the previous high off of a larger ABC from this pivot here around 2030. All right, that's what that setup looks like. So for ETH, I'm short from 2030, long from 1736 or 1738. I'm also in a 88 trade. I'm in 288 trades. So 88, I'm still in a short from 4218, which is off of this ABC. All right, but now we have a new position that formed. All right, on a larger time frame. All right, I don't know. I might have to draw this out, but in case you guys don't see it, A to a B to a C. So as long as 88 is above this pivot, I grabbed an entry a little bit later. I probably grabbed around like 24.45. So not the best entry in the world, but I still grabbed it. So I am currently long from these two positions. If I zoom in a little bit further, if we do get a higher high past this pivot, this is going to be my bearish continuation setup. So I will, actually no, it's this one here. All right, so if we come up and break that high again, I will absolutely take profit off of that setup, and we'll continue to play it if we do get back below. Sure you guys can see that. Okay. So that's the setup, and I'll show you guys the actual trades themselves. Let me just sign into Aru. What's up, bro? Hope you are well. Yeah, I'm doing good. Like I said, unfortunately, I had to skip out on Sunday stream because I had it was Father's Day and had some stuff to do. So unfortunately, I couldn't make it, but I am here. We do have to talk about some things, which after I show you guys the trades. Now, I messed up, guys. I was trying to set a take profit on Bybit, and I accidentally closed a part of the position. Just being honest with you guys. All right, where's this QR code scan? So there is $143 in closed profit. Like I said, unfortunately, I messed up. I was trying to set a take profit, and I set it for a portion of it. It was a mistake of mine. So instead of trying to set a take profit, I said, screw it. I'll just wait until price crosses so I don't mess anything up. I've done that a couple times, unfortunately. I try to get it right, but I just keep messing it up. So for BTC, I'm currently up 148%. ADA, I'm currently up 626%. And in ETH, I'm up 216%. These were a lot more. But I do have... I wish I can... I'll find a way to... Let me screenshot... I guess I'll just screenshot it and show it on the Discord. Or show it from Discord. All right, I currently also have BTC, an ADA, and an ETH long position open. So let me just show that quick. There was a software that I had that allowed me to stream from my phone. I have to get that going again. All right, let me pull it up. All right, so these are currently the trades that I have open. 88 long, all right, from about 24.38. I thought I had a little bit of a worse entry. I guess not. Oh, I have to set a. Why is it only 20x? I guess I accidentally set the wrong margin. I never realized these things until I actually look at them. I know for BTC, I had the right margin or the right leverage. We're up 82 bucks on that, 219%. And then for ETH, we're up about $5 on the 1741 entry. Fortunately, because of the conditional order, I did not get the best entry or the exact entry I wanted, but those are the trades that I'm currently holding on long positions. So even though we are down a little bit on the shorts, I am more than making up for it with long positions. So yeah, Crypto Beehive. That is pretty much it. I don't think I'm in any other trades. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So hopefully you caught all that. When do you and Kite will do a live together? I don't know. Last time we did a live, it was more like on a whim. We were just kind of hanging out. Nothing too much going on. Kite's like, let's just go live. I'm like, absolutely, let's do it. So hopefully we'll be able to do that again soon. If you guys, ask him nicely, maybe he'll get me on again. We do have to post more content on the Beyond the Wix channel. Unfortunately, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I've just stopped. I have a video that I put together, but after watching it a couple times, I do not like it. So I gotta redo it. So I'm probably gonna try to attempt to redo it today. The goal is by the end of this month, I am going to have another area to film in. Unfortunately, I don't just want to film in my room. Unless I can get this green screen down. I'm working on how to get a better green screen so it's not so crappy. I wish I can get my hands on a better camera. I have an idea for what I want to do. I do have more space to be able to film in soon because of stuff being moved around. So hopefully by the end of this month, beginning of the next month in July, I'll be able to film more content. Hopefully it'll look a little bit better. That's the goal. And we can talk about more topics, and eventually we'll move over to going into more live streaming stuff with Kite. Kite's also been sick. And he's still not 100% good. He still has some issues from, I don't know what he had, but he was pretty bad. I was hanging out with him while it was in the worst of it. But he's slowly getting better. He still has some residual stuff that he has to get through, like an ear infection and all that. But hopefully he'll be back here. He'll be back soon enough, be able to post more videos. We can get the ball rolling on there, because I really do want to get the Beyond the Wix channel more active. If you guys aren't interested, myself and Kite are making pre-recorded content on a singular channel called Beyond the Wix. I think it's a awesome idea that him and I kind of talked about and brainstormed eventually to start doing. So I actually really look forward to doing this more often. I'm still gonna be here on this channel. I'm still gonna live stream here, but we're gonna be doing different types of content. It's gonna be more of a larger platform network that we're gonna be forming. Hopefully this works out. I have high hopes for this if we do plan on being consistent. But once we get the ball rolling again, don't worry, we have a lot of stuff to talk about. So if you guys are interested, please go ahead and subscribe to me on the Wix. Hopefully within this week or next week, I'll be making another video. Have a couple ideas. I want to redo the last one that I did that I didn't necessarily like too much. But yeah, hopefully this week I'll be able to have another video out for you guys. But like I said, I told you worst case scenario at the end of this month, beginning of next month, I'll be able to go ahead and get a better area to record in, so I can make a little bit more professional looking videos instead of me just filming behind a green screen. So that's the goal. Short King, are you still in the basement? I am not in the basement. I am not in the basement. Who is Short King? I'm trying to think of who that might be. Do I know you, Short King? That's kind of funny, because if I know you, last time I was in the basement was a very long time ago. Let's see. BetaBot, how you doing, my friend? Can you take a look at AXSUSD, please? In the bigger picture, absolutely. Oh, okay, Retro, how you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Crypto Dylan, Johnny Futures. How's it going, my friend? Good to see you. He's with Elon managing Doge. I am not. Neither is Kite. All right, let's do AXSUSD. Remember we talked about Ryan Matter wearing adult diapers to stay streaming nonstop. Okay. That took me a second. Okay. I do remember that. What's up, man? What's up? That's funny. What was the best exchange for this, BetaBot? I'm pretty sure it's Binance. That took me a second to connect the dot on that, Short King, but I know what you're talking about. All right, so AXS actually fell through the support. So we do have a larger setup. Where did I draw the pivot of that A from? Oh, geez. Is that an accurate way to look at things? Let's see. Nah. I don't know why I drew the zero all the way up here. It's part of a larger setup. If we can get back above 579, that's your bullish area to kind of, long from if you are looking for that. But if we can't hold, 273 is in the cards. Right now, we're kind of no man's land. We'll have to just wait and see how it responds. But remember, 579 is your entry. Long-term picture, you got to take it resistance by resistance. The next stop, if we continue to pump up, it's going to be around 985. But besides that, 1340, 1478, 2057, 2816. You gotta take it level by level. Unfortunately, I'm not the person to look for long-term predictions with, or looking at potential price pivots of where price can go to. That's not what I do. So it's just a matter of just taking it level by level. BTC to 33.7. It's possible, Crypto Dylan. To be honest, it's hard for me to... What's 33.7? 33.7. Yeah, I mean, I think if we do continue to pump, the next... Besides breaking the previous... Nope. Besides breaking the previous high around 31, the next step is 32. But to be honest, if we break 32 and continue to push upward... I think 48 is definitely in the cards. For me, I take it level by level. I don't look for exact price targets. 33.7 could be in the cards. Definitely, maybe get like a fake out above this previous high. That's or above that high, 32.4. Absolutely possible. But I don't know. I find it hard to believe that we're gonna go up and test 48K. But just because I don't believe something doesn't mean it can't happen. This is a perfect example. You know, for the longest time, I've been saying that we are most likely going to be bearish just because of the timing, right? I don't necessarily look at timing from a Fibonacci time sequence and all that jazz. But what I do look at and consider is the Bitcoin halving. All right. It's always been 3 to 6 months after the halving is when we start to put in a new bull market, reach new all-time highs. I think if I remember correctly, the actual halving itself is not until next May. So we have a little bit under a year to go ahead and reach the halving. And then we have another 3 to 6 months after that. So we have over a year before we can expect a new all-time high. If we actually put in new all-time highs, I know people are talking about this now. You know, we pump 5% and now people are thinking we're going to put in new all-time highs. To think that we're going to put in new all-time highs before the halving is just shocking how people can just consider something like that. If it does happen, I will absolutely fall on that sword. I will admit I was wrong. This time is different. But on top of that, you know, economic conditions are not at its best. We are currently going through or possibly have gone through a recession. Or, you know, we're still going through the beginning stages of it. Maybe we haven't felt the full force of it yet. I don't know. Because you can't really predict a recession. You can kind of get an idea of when something is coming, but you can't really predict a recession exactly. So in my opinion, it just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense to see. Doesn't make sense to see 48K. Definitely doesn't make sense to see new all-time highs anytime soon. That's just where I'm coming from. So I'm a little bit hesitant to be bullish, but the setup's there. One of the biggest difference between myself and Kite is that I know Kite has a certain vision for what the market is going to look like or what he wants it to look like. I have those ideas too. But something I've noticed just from watching him in the past, and I'm not trying to say this is a bad thing. And sometimes this could be playing to his benefit. Sometimes it could play against him. Is that he is more prone to seeing and playing only one side. Right? Like I said, it's not this. We just trade things differently. I'm more willing to take the other side or play the other side of the coin if it makes sense. But sometimes that might bite me in the butt. You know, even though I might be playing these bullish positions, if Kite isn't playing these bullish positions and we end up doing something like this, all right, I'm gonna lose more money trying to play these positions and play these trades. But on the flip side is if I play these trades and we're right, all right, he's gonna be missing out on these moves as well as, you know, taking losses if we do continue to go up. It's you can play whatever whichever way you want. Me personally, I think it's better to be open to playing both sides, but just be careful because you never know how price is going to react. Patience is one of the best things you can practice in this game. One of the best things you can practice in trading in general is patience. And for me, it's understanding that the positions, when they show up, when they arrive, or when they arise, and give you the opportunities to take a trade, you should take them. And this is one of those positions. All right, even though I am kind of bearish on the market overall, it doesn't make sense for us to see all-time highs or any serious push to the upside. But just because I think that doesn't mean it can't happen. And if it can happen, why not play into the possibility? Let's see. What's your target for BTC, Johnny? BTC dominance is increasing a lot, so I'm out of alts. I'll be honest. For the longer term, for the larger picture, what I'm looking for personally is I'm looking for a retest of the downside. All right, we need to, I know there's a CME gap somewhere below 19.5, around 19.5. There's a CME gap down there. All right. Ultimately, what I would like to see is something like what happened to ADA. Now, am I saying that BTC is going to fall off a cliff like ADA did? No, but I want to see BTC test the lower lows. right, and make a quick pit stop. Now, it doesn't have to go to 10K. Do you know what's going to happen? As soon as we start descending rapidly, people are always going to look at the worst case scenario, right? And everyone is talking about, you know, somewhere to like 11, let's just say 11 to 7K, somewhere in that region. All I need in order to kind of finish this bearish idea is a, where is the log? Where's the log button? There we go. That's stupid how they do that. I don't like where they put the log button. Logarithmic chart setting here. But all I need is a lower low. A to a B to a C. We can go to 10K. Fine. But to be honest, I don't think price is going to. I think price just might put in a lower low, get people scared, and pump that ish straight up. Just like what happened in the previous bull market, right? We put in a local top, we retrace. As soon as we started pumping up again, 100K, here we come, 100K, here we come, 100K. That's all you kept hearing was $100,000. All right, people were expecting $100,000. We never got that. We just got a slight double retest of the high and a rejection, and that was it. I expect the exact same thing for the worst case scenario for BTC. Kind of middle of the road scenario, which I think is also possible, is that maybe we do something like this, some sort of Adam and Eve. Now, Adam and Eve is the only pattern I like to use because it's the most bullish pattern in BTC price chart history. All right. In this case, it's going to be a reverse Adam and Eve. So we have the Eve and then the Adam. It's probably going to be something like this. Actually, that was a bad. Something like that. So where we don't actually put in lower low. We put in a higher low, put in a reverse Adam and Eve, and that's it. You know, remember when the last time this happened was? You guys remember when the last time we put in this kind of pattern? I'll let you take a guess. That's the last time we put in a reverse Adam and Eve. All right. So I'm expecting something similar. All right. Now, unfortunately, I find it absolutely, how do I say this? I find it's kind of hilarious how when people are looking at fractals, they want to assume that we're doing something like this. Absolutely possible. You got to look at the timeline though. The timeline is what matters. All right. First dump into our first retest pump. We are in our first retest pump at the moment. Right. So technically, if you want to play fractals, what I like to do is compare where it went percentage wise. So it went up to 80% of the previous from the previous dump. All right. If we want to follow suit. All right. If you want to follow suit. This is the only serious bullish argument that I have. All right. 50K. If you want to get that 80% mark, which kind of lines up with the 48K, which I talked about. So that's the only thing that's I can see you guys can make an argument for the bullish case scenario. But besides that, I really don't see it. I really don't see it. But just because I don't see something doesn't mean it can't happen. Bitty ripping. Beta bot, I already did. Where were you? Retro, I know it's it's hard to exactly tell, but in my opinion, maybe one more high, and then ultimately I'm looking for retests of lower. If we don't go back down to 20K, if we go past that, ultimately breaking the previous low. Oh, sorry. No worries, my friend. If you want me to look at it again, was AFK? No worries. You want me to look at it again? I definitely can. I'll do it real quick. All right, so we did get a previous low past the we got another lower low past the previous low at around 579. So at this point, you're in no man's land. Either you wait for it to get back above, or you wait for it to retest 273. Where it came over 273 was the previous low of the previous downtrend. There's really no other serious support besides that level. So right now, there's really nothing to do. Wait till we get back above, or wait till we fall lower. Oh yeah, BTC did nice little pump to the upside. Okay, thanks. No problem, my friend. Well, I need to mute my mic for a second. For some reason, if like my allergies are acting up like they are today, and I just start talking, I start getting all loose, mucus builds up, sometimes I sneeze. I don't want you guys to hear what I was doing. Let's see. Hey Johnny, you take a look at XRP? Absolutely. I haven't looked at XRP in a while. All right, so XRP, a leaf. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. I'm sorry, I think I missed you, but just in case I did, I'm sorry. Good to see you, my friend. How you doing? Short setup. Okay. It's possible. Yeah, it's not the best one, Supreme Cap, but it is a decent one. Looking at that, right? This was the high. Look at it from 54.53. This one? Are you talking about that one? Supreme Cap? Let me know if that's the right one. I'm wondering where I could TP. Okay. So an idea for you is if you're in this position, I would try to let it ride, but if you're looking to TP, wait until you put in a continuation setup. So wait till we put in a higher high here. All right, if we put in a higher high, take profit. If we come back below, you can re-enter. But if we don't come back below, it would just keep going. At least you walked away with something. So wait till we get a little bit of a slightly higher high here. That's where I would probably consider. That's what I would consider. Do you think it's more possible AXS will dump than pump? Technically, yes. As long as AXS it doesn't get it back above that previous pivot that I told you about, the next level that most likely is going to test is that previous low or that next low. But if we can go ahead and actually reclaim that level of support, that'll actually be a good area to go ahead and take a long position. But in the middle, right now, you're in no man's land. To me, that I would not touch this until we reclaim a level. That's just me, though. Jeff Jefferson, hey Johnny, how you doing? I'm doing good, my friend. Good, thank you so much for stopping by. It's good to see you. Thanks, no problem, Betamot. No problem. Short King about to short VTC. Now, don't short it because I said so. All right, only short if it makes sense. Now, like I said, we are pumping. So it's possible, especially now that, you know, you also got to think of it from this perspective as well. I want to illustrate one more thing, is that we have a lot of resistance above us. We have resistance there. We have a kind of a pocket area of resistance here. All right. There's a lot of resistance. And there's also, I think there's less support below us than there is resistance above us. But to me, those areas of support are more significant. Cool, thanks. Didn't even notice there's a possible for continuation setup. Yeah, it's not too small of a time frame. You know, I can, if I go to a 30-minute, it's there. It's not as prevalent as this larger one, but it is there. So I don't think we're gonna go straight up. It might take its time. So because if it takes its time and gives it more time to actually develop when it comes to separation of the trends, that's gonna show more validity. A great example of this is ADA, right? Look at how ADA separated itself from the A to the possible C. All right, that is a good separation in trend, or between the two pivots. So for me, that's definitely worth taking profit. So if we get back above, I'll absolutely take profit there. And I know what some of you guys might think, why don't you take profit now? Because I don't know if it's going to keep going down or not. I need another area of confidence. I need another position to play into the possibility of going down further. This is a good area of confidence for me. BTC is really moving. Let's see, what am I up on my positions? I'm almost up to $100 on a BTC long. I want to see what's my if we hit 48K, what's gonna be my take profit, or what's gonna be my profit level, profit number? Wow, I'm gonna make $1,100 if we hit 48K off of a $30 margin. Well, almost $40 margin. What about Ethereum? Ethereum. Need the futures power. So Dylan, I'm gonna be real. I tried. I looked more into, maybe there's something I'm missing. I might have to talk to Horsey again, Horse Farms. But I tried based on how you guys do things. I'm not gonna go into too many details because I don't want too many people to ask questions. But it's hard for me to make it work. Maybe it's something I'm doing wrong. But I took a look at it for a little while, and I took some okay trades. But yeah, it's hard for me to figure it out. I'm having trouble, so we'll see. So I think for ETH, 35.85 is going to be the potential very large long target. Let's see, 35.84. Let's just see what my profit's gonna be. It's almost another grand. Jeez. What about ADA? ADA. Let's say even if we go back up to 46 cents. That's not going to be as much. It's going to be around $360. What's my margin on this? Okay. That's fair, bro. Like I said, I approach trading very differently. So I try to work with like the indicators that I was provided. I worked with the settings and try to see if I can make it work. It's tough. It's tough. So I'm trying to see if I can incorporate a way that how I do things into the potential of maybe combining certain things. I don't know. I looked into a little bit. I need to spend more time with it. But yeah, it's just like smaller time frame like scalping on BTC. There's a method to it. I have to figure out how it works and what to look for. That would have been a good position there. But to be honest, if we're going just straight off of price action, playing the smaller time frames on BTC, the setups are a lot cleaner. The setups are a lot cleaner than trading the NASDAQ. I will say that. That's just my opinion. The ABCs are a lot more easy to read. Let's see how the DXY is doing. Oh wow, they took sushi off of Famax. Delete this off of interesting, because the DXY is not dumping. Very interesting. How's the SPY doing? Now you want to talk about scary scenarios? Let me put a scary scenario in your head. All right, so the NASDAQ, or sorry, I keep saying NASDAQ. The SPY put in an ABC here. So we did a pump off of that. Couple areas of resistance levels to keep an eye out on. Gonna be here, here, and ultimately the all-time high. All right, if we break 462, now obviously we're kind of dumping at the moment. But if we break 462, if we put in an all-time high, we can start talking about a possible ABC, a larger ABC. This is what scares me the most. All right, this is what scares me. You know, remember when the last time we did this was? The last time we did something like this is back in 2003. A to a B. We got a second rally, put in a higher high. Literally the ever so slightest higher high, and boom. That's when we felt the actual recession hit. So to be honest, maybe we're not in a true recession. Maybe we need to get more people excited. We need to get more people to buy in. And that's when big money's going to dump. That's what I'm scared for. So if the SPY is going to put in new all-time highs, it better blast off. Because if it doesn't blast off, and we just put in an ever so slightly higher high, that's concerning. That is very concerning. Exit liquidity is building. Yes, I agree. I am seeing AXSUSD pumping. You gotta let it do what it wants to do. Be patient, BetaBot. I was about to type in BetaBot for a ticker. I mean, even still, like, there was no positions to take anytime soon anyway. I almost sold it. Yeah, you just gotta let it go. Let it go. What's doing good? BTC is in the lead right now. How's KDA doing? To be honest, guys, I want KDA to go to 30 cents. I want KDA to go to 30 cents because I have a big old bag I want to accumulate down to 30 cents. Son Holo. Hey Johnny, how is the scalping strategy going? It's okay. My biggest problem with it is that I will be straight up, I'm trying to navigate every single move, which is something I don't want to do. All right, so basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to figure out where you are in the chart, and from there figure out how to approach trading it. One of the biggest things I had trouble with was this section here. All right, basically it was giving me A to a B to a C all day. So areas like this, terrible. But you could have taken this one. That would have been a good entry. You could have taken this one. That would have been a good entry. Hell, you could have even taken this one. This would have been a good entry. Actually, this one. That would have been a fantastic entry. You had so many opportunities to take entries. So I've only traded. I took this short up here, but I didn't play out the full position. I took profit like here somewhere. So I'm still sitting like, I think like in like 6 to 8% profit. Not bad. I'm only playing with 40 bucks. So I haven't been trading it every day. I'll be quite honest. I haven't been trading every day, but when I have been trading it, I've been finding decent setups. The hardest part when it comes to stuff like this is figuring out where you are in the actual structure itself. So that's the hardest thing. But besides that, it's actually not terrible. Some parts are trickier than others, I will admit. So yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Come on, how's my positions doing on Fairdesk? Still sitting about the same though, so I'm gonna check. Okay. I've tried looking for setups, but it's a bit tricky. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's the hardest part is trying to figure out exactly where you are, because what's going to happen is stuff like this. So let's say you have an A. All right, you do have an ABC, but you didn't know you're going to get that pump until it actually happened. So you're kind of speculating whether you're going to go up, put in a new high to put in another A, or come back down but put in another low to put in a B. It's kind of, there's a lot of speculation involved. So what I have found though is that if you can catch ideas for both sides, it gets a little bit easier to possibly look for ways to enter off of certain positions, but it's still difficult. It's still difficult. Man, he really wants to go. Remember, there's certain areas of resistance we have to go ahead and break through. One level at a time. So right now we got to test 28K. I'll be very excited if I got the right side of this trade. Be very excited. Anything else doing good? BCH. XMR. ETH is kind of going for it. I don't want to take profit on ETH. I don't. On the ETH short. Oh, I need to mute my mic again. God, I'm so stuffy. Do you think algo is dead? That is a good question. Algo doesn't look good for sure. I'll have to take a look and see if there's any more price history on the different actual chart. What I'd like to do is go back and see if I can find support zones. Would you look at that? You can't make this up. God damn it, for these guys. I am dating someone. I am not going to be actively swiping on Tinder. We'll do it for educational purposes if you guys want. But I am currently in a relationship. I just don't. Jeff Jefferson, to be honest, I did not consider this level for algo. I wish I did. There's a chance. There is a chance. That is a ginormous ABC. You can't miss it. Man, I'm so stuffy. Hate this. What about Matic? Because how's Matic doing? Did it find support off of this low? Wow. That was a good retest right there. I mean, 88 obviously put in its lower low. Wow, BTC is still going for it. Let's see if we can get a 28.5 retest during today's stream. Looks like it wants to. I don't want to bet on lower level in AXSUSD because weekly TD is 9 on the downside, and the Elite Wave Lux Algo New tool in Tradingview shows we are at wave 5 to the downside. I mean, it's possible. Like I said, I don't look at those things. I don't put any serious like decision making into tools like that for certain reasons. But just, you know, if you want to go ahead and you know, be bullish because of stuff like that, that's fine. But ultimately, price action is what matters. Trying to get ahead of what price action tells you is what gets you into trouble. So yeah, wait for me personally, I'm just wait for the retest, wait for the reclaim of that level. ABC or bust. Exactly. How's it going on? How's it going on? Jesus, I'm all over the fucking place. I'm sorry. Sorry for my cursing. Smoking Burrow, how you doing, my friend? Dylan, fancy to find you in here. Come on, she's got to test 28.5. So according to the ABC, are we going to more downside? At the moment, no. It looks decently good. But the actual level that I would look to be a little bit more bullish on, we have to reclaim 577. As long as we're above there, we can do something like this. Something like that. You know, put in an ABC up here, then reject. So that's definitely possible, but until we get up here, I just can't be confident in longs. I can't. Oh, stop it. Come on, man. If she's got to go pump, might as well just go all the way. You might as well just keep going. I'm just happy we're breaking out of this range. That's the thing I couldn't stand, is being stuck in this range. Now, I don't like doing this, but I will do this just to see. Regardless of where you draw this, we're breaking out. That's probably the way that's probably how I would draw it. Let's see. Clap show. My shorts are dying. Did you take any longs? Weekly level at 28.1. Look, that's where I'm looking to scalp short. I think you got it. I think you got it, Dylan. We just, I think we put in that. Yeah, 28.108. You got your 21, 28.1. Thanks for the TA. Of course, BetaBot, of course. Like I said, right now we're just chill. Well, I haven't said this yet, but we're just hanging out right now. Yeah, this is I don't know, man. This could be, I know there's a lot of pit stops on the way up, but I don't know. I am in I'm in a weird spot right now because like part of me really wants to be bullish because of the setup itself, right? So that's one half of me. The other side of me says this doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to be too optimistically bullish. Yes, can we retest areas of resistance on the way up? Absolutely, that's fine. But to say that we're gonna be putting in 48k to go up to test 48k or even to go test like the new all-time high anytime soon, I just don't think it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I mean, maybe if you want to talk like I really don't think this is the case. But if we get something like this, I don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. I don't think that we can talk about something like this yet. Crypto University said we are bullish. Oh, jeez. Yo, party a little too much for Juneteenth. Just waking up. Happy Tuesday. I hope you had a good time. Definitely sounds like you did, Joe. Good to see you. How you doing? My hat's crooked. My hat's always crooked. Yes, I don't know. Like, maybe is, but if we do get something like this, if it's the same thing like the S&P, right? If we get something like this, if we don't just blast off to the moon immediately, that's gonna be bad. That's gonna be very bad. For once, that might be a sign. That might be a sign that maybe we dump significantly before the happening. I mean, maybe something like this is possible. Hold on. I don't know. Another part of me says maybe something like this. Maybe we get an Adam and Eve up here. Maybe this is the rounded top. Maybe we get like a quick, maybe like a cup and handle kind of thing. Maybe that's possible. I really don't want to think that though. Maybe we dump right before the halvening and then we can continue to track upwards. That's possible. I don't like that though. But like I said, just because I don't like something doesn't mean it can't happen. I don't know. I'm really torn. I am really torn right now. ETF? Yeah, I mean, but how many times have they said ETF, Joe? They said they've mentioned ETFs. I forgot what else they mentioned. They mentioned ETFs a lot over, especially the last bull run or last bear market, and it didn't really do anything. I don't know. I am really torn right now. I don't know. If anything, like I said, what doesn't make sense to me. Now, I'm not, there are certain channels out there. I'm going to be honest. I don't want to, nah, maybe I shouldn't say too much. There's certain channels I watch that trade different styles, particularly Elliott wave theory, just because I want to see like where they're coming from. And some of the things that I have seen, what I think is a little bit ridiculous, is some people are saying 48 to 50K and then doing something like this. Doing something like that. That is a little bit too ridiculous in my opinion. That's way too ridiculous. But I saw that and it's like, really? Really, dude? Because you got to understand when it comes to, like, let me paint you a picture like with the fib extensions. Notice how the farther I go down and the less I go up, the farther the target, the more I pull back, the less momentum, or it's going to take more momentum to get it down to those lower lows. So it just doesn't make sense. Imagine this though. Imagine we do get something like that. I'd be shocked. I'd be absolutely shocked. That does point us down to 10K, but I'm not saying we're going to go down to 10K, but I don't know. I'm trying to analyze things too much too fast. What's most likely going to happen, if I look at it from a more realistic scenario, when we're taking it level by level, remember, these resistances are important. If we break through, we ultimately have one more larger setup. Yeah, this would all be an A, all be to a B, and into a C. If this plays out, that's that's fine. We can absolutely just put one more high and then reject. That I will be okay with. It would suck, but that I would absolutely be okay with. Remember, as long as we don't break above 32K. If we don't break above, and let's say if we hold above 32K and we keep going, 48K is absolutely in the cards. But as of right now, that higher high is pretty much the next setup that I see realistically happening. Let's see. We will not see all new all-time high until BlackRock quit selling BTC at a discount. Yep, that's also a factor. Oh, Zero, you retracted your message. Short King Moonboy said BTC to 2 million. Oh God. Yeah, but what does your bottom look like, Johnny? You would love to find out, wouldn't you, Monk? Could be a fake out breaking out of the descending channel. Yes, that could be a possibility as well. Like I said, I'm not too convinced yet. We'll have to just wait and see. Level by level. When in doubt, level by level. How's the trading accounts going? It's going good. I believe my calculations are correct. So right now I have $800 sitting in a wallet. All right, I previously had to take money out, but money that's getting put back in. So that's 800 bucks. On top of that, I have 455 of this one. All right, and then on the other account, I have I could show this. See if I can get you guys to see this. Come on. It's done it before. Oh. I just got it too. I messed up. There you go. So right now this account, this Fair Desk one is at 729. Obviously it's unrealized, so nothing's set in stone yet. But right now, we're just sitting above 2,000. That's crazy. So we're almost sitting at about a 200%. Now I've probably added maybe we started at 500 bucks. No, we started, yeah. Did we start at 500 bucks? No, we started at 1,000. We started at 1,000. I might have added maybe less than $200. So I got to figure out the exact amount that I've added, but this account is more to show what's possible, because it's not just all about percentages. It's a big part of it. Don't get me wrong. Percentages is a big part of it. Being consistent. What's your win rate? What's your profitability? What's the account growth looking like? That is also important. But my goal is to also show you guys how you can take a small amount of money and grow it into a lot more if you're willing to do other things. One of the things that I'm doing, which I am going to start to do, is, so Fair Desk has been paying me to do so. I've been taking that money out. All right. But what I'm probably going to start doing is I'm probably going to actually keep it in and accumulate the account. So 30 bucks a week maybe is a good amount for me. Maybe I might not do all of it. I feel like 30 is about, I would say, a number that's realistic, because it's not too much, it's not too little. I don't want to be putting in my full amount of what I'm actually getting from Fair Desk every week. But we'll see. We'll see. Like 25, 30 bucks. Maybe I might do 50 if I'm feeling I want to be a little bit more aggressive with it. Because one of the things you have to realize is that in this game, it takes money to make money. All right, let's do. All right, I want to do something. So let's say you take 500 bucks. All right, and on average, it depends on the month and on the streak that we're going. I would say we make about 5 to 10% a month. Let's do in the middle 7.5. All right, let's say we do this for 5 years. No deposits. All right, in 5 years, it's going to turn into 38K. In the first month, we're only making $37. All right, and over time, it grows. All right. Now, let's take this. Let's just do a year. A little more realistic. Let's do up to the halvening. So, yeah, about a year's fine. So in a year, you're taking 500 bucks and you're growing it to 1,100. So you're just a little bit over doubling it if you're at a 7.5 average monthly interest rate or profit rate. Now let's say you take that 500 bucks, and let's say instead of 500 you start with 5,000. You're still getting the same multiplication value, but the number is 10 times greater. Right? You're turning 5 grand into 11,000. Let's say you had 10,000 bucks. You take that 10,000, turn it into 23. Right? So you still have the same factor of what you can do with it. Oh, let me change that. All right, so regardless of regardless of what number you start out with, the multiplication factor is still gonna be the same. You want to start off with 25,000. You turn that into 60K in a year. All right, that's if you maintain that 7.5% monthly average. Now, let's say you start off with 1,000 bucks. All right, and let's just do that. So 1,000 to 230.81. Now, let's say you deposit money. This is what I always try to preach. This is how I was able to grow my account to what I was able to grow. Is in the beginning, not only was I trading with the amount of money I had, I was also accumulating and compounding the amount that I had. So for example, let's say you put in, let's say 25 bucks a week, even if it's simple as that. Remember, 23.81. Now, if I add the $100 a month, just adding an extra $100 a month to that, now you pretty much made double of what you would have made from before. Almost double. An extra $2,000. Just from adding an extra $100 a month. Right? Now let's say, I don't know, let's say you do, let's say 50 bucks a month or 50 bucks a week. So 200 bucks a week or 200 bucks a month. I'm going a little bit too fast. So now you can see it's a lot more significant. If you can afford to put 200 bucks extra into your account while you accumulate, while you trade, your actual profit factor increases 2 to 3 times depending on how much you put in. Let's say you had $3,000. Now, something I did notice is that once you get to a certain point, okay, let's say right now, let's say I cashed out everything right now, started all over. All right. But let's say I'm adding 200 bucks a month, and then making 7.5% a month. All right. $8,448 by the time we're getting ready to go into the next bull market. Let's say, let's take out the deposits. Let's show the difference. So 8,448. You can see I only make 4,763 out of the 2,000. So I almost made twice as much money just by putting in an extra $50 a week into my trading account. Right? When I say, when you guys are doing this, especially when you're starting out with smaller amounts, it's never put all your eggs in one basket. Right? If you're starting off with a new strategy, only put a fraction of what you have into that strategy. Over the course of time, if the strategy shows to be profitable, then you could start adding more to it. Never start out 100% with a new strategy with all your bankroll. Never ever do that. Let's see. But yeah, I also show us your bum bun. No, absolutely not, Joe. This has been the first crypto bear market where there wasn't blood in the streets, which is why I don't think the bear market is over. We could be in for another massive dumper. I definitely agree, Joe. I definitely think that's definitely possible. I was wondering why I halved my my $500 account. It depends on the positions that you've taken, where you're taking profit. There's a lot of things that can go into that. Can you see FXS Johnny? What's your thought? I'm hungry. Time for a corn dog. Oh, Crypto Beehive. I haven't had a corn dog in such a long time. Now you got me thinking. I think I already looked at FXS. Is this as much? Is this all the price history I got? Oh, here we go. All right. Let me try that. All right, so I have a bullish and a bearish side of things. Bullish is that this is A, B, A, B, A, B, oh, wait, oh. A, B, A, B, C, A to a B to a C scenario. That's the bullish. So we need to get back above the $14 high before we can consider any bearish positions. The bearish option out of this is that maybe we're not done. All right, we need to see a lower low past the previous low. That's what I'm looking at for possibilities. If you guys want, if you want to take a position, not financial advice, I don't give financial advice on this channel. But this looks like if you want to play into the bullish idea, this looks like an ABC here with an ABC within the C. So you're actually at a potential pivot right now. Just tread lightly when it comes to altcoins. A 5% stop is good. Second option has a higher probability for FSX, right? Yeah, I mean, either or. Most likely, I think it's easier to go ahead and put in that lower low than it is to put in that higher high past $14. But you know, never discount what could happen. If anything, this could be an A to a B to a C scenario for reaching lower. Could be something like that. Well, I need to mute my mic again. All right, I'm back. So let's see. Yeah, since 4 months, I can never TP reach, never a goal. I am always in good profit. Then the market changes and my profit went negative and hit stop loss at the same time. Opposite trade gets in profit. Like it's swing stop loss to stop loss. It really, it's hard to gauge. I would have to see exactly what trades you were taking. It depends. Also depends on what coins you're trading to. BTC, if you're doing it for the last since 4 months. So what's today? June 20th. So since February. Okay, so if you've been doing this since February, yeah, this has been a little bit tough because you had no real clear, concise ABC within this pullback. So you really had no opportunity to catch that pump. If you're shorting BTC now, yeah, we might possibly get stopped out. I don't know if you took this long position. I don't know if you took that. If you're looking at ETH, for ETH, there's really no long position for ETH. I did take this one. This was just me though. I don't know if you took this one. on the way up. So I got in around here. I took that and rode that up as much as I could. Took profit here. The short position from 2030. All right, so we're shorting that as well as longing this one. It's tough. It can be tough. I didn't pick up that ETH hedge. Should I have regrets? I don't. Maybe, Joe. It depends. I don't know. If you can get a retest, try to grab it, because I think best case scenario, if we do keep pumping, we might put in a larger setup. Like that. Before rejecting, so you might not miss too much of the upside price action. But if we do break through and we continue to break resistances, that is going to be a little concerning. So it really depends. It really depends. Yes, I have this. What do you have? The trades that you've taken? The setups? Like I said, as long as one of the biggest things I have learned, and I think is good, is playing both sides. Because let's say you didn't take any of these long positions, all right? What are you gonna do now? All right, let's say the market, I'm trying to just play different scenarios out for you guys. What if the market just keeps going? What are you gonna do? There's nothing you can do. You have to wait for another short position. And trying to short when we're in the middle of a larger range might not be the best idea. All right, could be possible. It could be that could be a good play if we get something like that up here. I'm trying to play into the possibilities of like what could be going on and stuff that I've experienced is, and one of the things I regret too is being patient. Being patient is a very, very important thing to practice. Patience is very important to practice, especially when doing this on larger time frames. If you guys know, I took profit here. To be honest, I regret taking profits there. It's one of the few things I regret doing with trading. I wish I would have taken profits here and entered here, because I was being too patient or too impatient waiting for larger setups. Actually, I would have taken it here. So I would have taken it here, maybe I got stopped out a couple times and then it re-entered here. So it's not all sunshines and rainbows. I know I could have played things better, but I think going forward, being patient and waiting, a good example of this was the ADA setup. All right, I did not take profit down here. I took the long position. If we get one more higher high and we put in a larger setup, absolutely I will take profit, but we just haven't gotten there yet. Oh, is she going again? I like the insight, brother. I appreciate it, Joe. Like I said, I'm just trying to paint this in a perspective, or paint a picture showing you guys what I have been through. All right. I've been on the wrong side of a trend at some point. And not only was I hesitant to take the other side, I also didn't let those positions take out once I did take them. One of the biggest examples of this that I still beat myself up to this on this to this day, right? This part of the market was a very, very stressful time for me. All right, this here. So not only I was not shorting I was trying to short every single top in this range. Once the short played out and I was in heavy profit, what I should have done is took profit off of this setup here. But I didn't. Even though I wouldn't have got out of this trade at the best time, I didn't take profit on this continuation setup. I was in 5-figure profits down here. 5 figures. All right, I think it would have been like high 4s, maybe low 5s still if I was up here. But instead of taking profit and letting the trade ride, I just let it go until I got stopped out. So I lost all that money that I had accumulated. And as well as I took long trades here, but I got stopped out every single time. I got my ass kicked. So even a lot of the profits, what I would have made off of this trade was eaten away from trying to catch this long position. And from there, I only took profit at the 0.5 because maybe it was around the 0.5. I only took profit around the 0.5 because I honestly thought it was going to do something like this. Again, being too biased to one side, not allowing price to let it figure itself out, will bite you in the ass. It will absolutely bite you in the ass. So I screwed myself and I pretty much missed this entire run up. And this, if I would have taken that trade and held it, I would have made back everything that I lost during these 2 sections and maybe a little bit more, but I just didn't. So, you know, it's one of these things that I still beat myself up for to this day. This is probably this area of price action was one of the worst times in my trading career. Just because I was just being ignorant, having too much of a bias to one direction, not allowing price to actually figure out what it wants to do and letting it ride. Vlad, what is this ABC thing on the chart? Vlad, ABCs is the keys to the kingdom, keys to the Lamborghini. You guys don't know what I'm talking about? I love my friend Kevin I used to work with showed me this. I love this video so much.
Ever wonder why so many people say they want to learn guitar, but very few actually learn to play?
I'm going to give you the keys to the Lamborghini. I'm going to give you the keys to the Lamborghini.
Those runs are beautiful. Sweeping. Keys to Lamborghini, everyone. So, ABCs are the keys to the Lamborghini. Basically what ABCs are, to make things very simple, unless you're messing with me, Vlad, and I'm not sure, because I know I've seen there's a couple of Vlads that have been on this channel. Pretty much we're looking for trends in groups of 3s, whether it's to the upside or the downside. All we're doing is identifying pivots of bullishness or bearishness, and then basically ABC to the upside is a potential short position, ABC to the downside is a potential long position. All we're doing is taking trades once price crosses back above the original pivot of the A. So as soon as price crosses back below, you take the trade. All right, we have nailed countless amazing positions off of the ABC method. We are currently in a good position right now. All right, so taking that trade, got stopped at me once or twice. Ended up we're in good profit right about now. We managed to get the absolute bottom of the potential bear market as of now. It's not confirmed yet. I'm long that and took profit up here. We shorted the FTX dump before the FTX dump happened. You can't really get this anywhere else. Pumped song. ABC's for life, Vlad. Beta bot. Great, thanks, man. How'd you calculate 7.5? It's just an average. Between Jeff Jefferson, between like what I think the lower end of the range is 5%. The actual higher end of the range is 10%. There's been at moments like this where we're currently a little bit above 10%. So I think 7.5, it's like a good range, a good average between the two. That's for me. Depending on your win rate, it might be a little bit different, but for me and my win rate, I would average about 7.5% return every month. Let's see. Yeah, I like how Kite teaches ABCs, but trading is very personal. And if a person uses ABC, they must put into work to figure out when to take profit for them. Yeah, that's definitely true, Joe. And like I said, I do things slightly different. Kite's not wrong for doing it his way. I'm not wrong for doing it my way. Depending on what you think, I think it's always good to play the positions if they're there, regardless of your bias. That's, I think, is a... this is just my opinion. This is what I think a mistake some people make. You know, is not willing to see the other side and play that side, especially if the position is there. Right? This position is here. Right? Vlad, thank you so much for subscribing, my friend. Really do appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. Hopefully, if you have any questions about ABCs, how I take my trades, if you want me to show you anything, please let me know. But yeah, welcome. So ABC, but basically is what I'm trying to say is, I don't think it's the best idea to negate the other side. I've been on the wrong side of that. I don't want to do it again. So even though I don't care if you're screaming bears, if everything screams bearish, you want to look at everything from the bearish side, price can say basically, and just keep pumping. So. Let's see. Man, I feel dumb for learning the whole alphabet, but I only needed ABC, Vlad. That was good. That was good. I like that one. Garasolo, I loves ABCs, but call it double tops. Yeah, but aren't double tops when you don't break the new high? I thought double tops were just like... Maybe I'll have to look at how he draws them. But I thought double tops were like this. Where you don't get a new high. Or lower high. Thanks, I'm going back to public school. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, mommy, daddy, come get. That's a good one. Can you show the most perfect ABC structure? The ideal ABC that I like to see is there's two criterias. One is when, let's say you have an ABC here, and each ABC has its own ABC. It doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, it is magnificent. That's a criteria. Another criteria is when price puts in just a slightly higher high or lower low. That is a perfect ABC. I'll show you a couple. I can go to a macro time frame. That's a really nice ABC. Did I think that the bull market was going to end on an ABC? No, but it did. Here's a really good one. This ABC was a perfect one here. If I had to pick the two, I think when the C just goes slightly below the A and that's it, and we just reclaim that level, that's a perfect ABC. That bottom was a perfect ABC. This one wasn't the cleanest, but still a good one. This is garbage. When you get something like this, where you just get ABC with an ABC with an ABC. This is not good. This is garbage. So stuff like that can't happen. But it's not too common. Another really good ABC on ETH. High, pullback, higher high. That's it. That's all we get as of now. I'm not saying it's perfect. We don't know yet if it's going to put in new all-time highs, but that's a really good setup. This was also a really good setup. The macro ones, I'm not as strict on, because obviously, you know, the difference between that one was say May of 2021 to this was like November of 2021. There's multiple months in between. I'm not going to be as strict, but that was a really good ABC as well to end the bull run. Let's see. Garrett's back. Let's see. Garrett's. I want to say Garrett, but it's Garrett. I'm gonna say Garrett. So, forgive me. Garrett's best example is what Apple is doing at the moment. Really? All right. I mean, hey, if that's his example of a double top, I mean, last time I checked, a double top is when you don't put in a higher high. But if he wants to coin it that way, that's fine. That's still considered an ABC. Let's see. Where do you take your entries? Because ABC is only structure, but doesn't determine entry or exit, right? No, it determines entries. I'll show you. So pretty much all you're doing, let me draw it out and then I'll show you examples. What you're looking for, right, is an A, and you're looking for like a very clear, concise uptrend or downtrend. Then you're looking for a separation, right? Once you get that separation, let me draw it with this first. Once you get that separation, all you need is to mark out the high or the low and then wait. You don't have to, you're not predicting, you're not looking for where price can go. All you're looking for is if price is going to go ahead and test it. If price is going to go ahead and test it, you take the entry once it gets back below, and that's it. But you don't take the entry until you get that cross above the A. All right, because what could happen is something like this. You can only get a retest and then a continuation lower. And you never get a chance to take that short entry. That's fine. So like basically the criteria shows it allows you to pinpoint the entries early and basically just wait. All right, let me show you an example. I love using this example. I love using these as examples. Replay. All right, so we have an A to a B to a C. Now let me go back a little bit further. All right, before I do that, so one of the hardest things to understand, Vlad, when you're doing this, is that sometimes ABCs can turn into larger ABCs. All right, so let's say you have an ABC here. And let's say the position actually plays out in your favor at first. All right, so let's say this is a short position. Sometimes what will happen is sometimes an ABC will move in your initial direction, but it'll find some sort of support or resistance, depending on which direction you're looking at. It'll actually continue. What tends to happen, and when this does happen, it actually turns into a larger A to a B to a C. So if you take away this becomes your new entry, and then you let price dictate whether it wants to reverse from there. And this is more common on smaller time frames, but it can happen on a larger time frame. So let me give you an example. When we first got this larger dump, right, at the time when we were looking at this, I was looking at this as an A to a B to a C. All right, and it did play out. But as this was developing, one of the other ideas that I had is that because sometimes ABCs form within each wave, which goes back to the example I was showing you before. Let's use, actually, no, let's use this as we can actually use this as an example. Within each of these waves here of the larger ones, there's actually smaller ABCs within each of these. So at the time, I was thinking, hey, we have an ABC to an A, or sorry, we have an ABC. So I marked that as a potential bottom. But as we were kind of slicing and dicing up here, I said, guys, what if we have a possibility to continue lower? So what I did was I marked out this potential pivot, all right, and I just let it play out. I didn't wait. I didn't take early entries. I wasn't trying to dictate where exactly how far it would drop. All I needed to do was wait for this setup to form. All right, so once we got this ABC here, once we got to A to B, I'm looking for a lower low. But as price was developing, all right, if I zoom in a little bit, you can see that price was actually forming its own ABC. And it actually turned into a larger A to a B to a C. We ultimately got this low. But regardless of what I was looking for, yes, did I acknowledge that this could have been a bottom and we never could have touched the bottom? Absolutely. But what I have seen happen throughout time is that price likes to test these larger levels. All right, it's not guaranteed it does it every time, but price likes to touch these larger setups. So if that was an A to a B, we're looking at this as a possible A wave. Or, you know, this could have been an ABC. I'll have to wait and see how price was responding at the time. All right, so as price was developing, one of the things I noticed is that, hey, we have a new set of ABCs here. Okay. So we have a possibility of taking this short entry and allowing price to get to this lower level that I've been looking for. And this would turn into an A to a B to a C scenario. Now, sometimes it is confusing, I'm not going to lie. But once you get an overall better idea of what price can do and figure out the variations, you can see the points of where you're going to enter. You can see the pivots of where it would make sense to take the trades to play into those larger scenarios. All right, and something that I noticed as well is that we got a retest and we're actually putting in a higher high. So if I really wanted to, which I did, I was actually looking for an ABC within the C. All right, and so now I originally did not take this trade. All right, I did not take the smaller one. But as you can see, price is separating and giving me a larger possible setup to play into the larger possibility that we're still going to go ahead and test these lower lows. So once price got up to this region, I marked this out as a pivot, right? And I basically said, take the entry, give myself some breathing room on this position. And then eventually I would figure out a take profit, and I'll explain how to figure out how to take profit shortly. But all I did was take the trade and let it play out. And look, we got the FTX dump. So now that it played out, all right, we got in that lower low. This completes the possible bottom of the bull run. Now, if you wanted to take that position, I believe I might have attempted it. I don't remember exactly. It's been a while. All right, and I actually ended up taking profit around this region. So that position's good, off the table. Now that we completed the larger structure, right, that I talked about from that 17K pivot, the most important thing to understand and think about is, do I take the entry here, or do I allow another ABC to form and give myself an opportunity to play into the idea that we may have bottomed? And I don't have to wait. I don't have to preemptively try to take these positions. All I have to do is set the entry ahead of time and allow price to do it on its own. So this entire time I was not trading, right? Boom. We got that tiny little wick below. All right. I entered exactly above. I think I got in like right about 15,465. It's probably my entry if I had to guess. And I said, you know what? This might be it. Because of the ABC of the larger downtrend, plus the ABC of the smaller ABC, or sorry, the smaller ABC within the larger ABC. All right, which is this one here. And then playing into the very small one that we just drew. So basically, I was narrowing down the possibility of price continuing to go lower. If price continued to dump, I just would have taken it off the table, let it ride, figure out the next position. But because we were closing in on ABCs within ABCs within ABCs, the probabilities of price actually reversing off of that low became a lot higher for me. So I was a lot more willing to take the trade and hold it, which I did. I did not take any shorts. I believe I might have taken one more short setup. Yeah, no, I did take one more short setup. I took one more short setup off of this ABC. Maybe one more here. I don't remember exactly. I will just say those two. But that's about it. Once we pumped past the larger pivot and we didn't come back down, let it go. Let's see. Wait, the angle between 0, B, and A plus C means it's just about to be the same. No, Vlad, I don't look for actual like how the angles and how it actually draws out. I don't care about that. All I care about is the separation of the trends, right? If I can get a clear separation of the trend, I will take the trade. It doesn't matter the angle, it doesn't matter how it forms. Stuff like that doesn't matter to me. All right? And there's areas where it's not so clear. Right? I'll be honest. You know, we had this very nice clear and concise ABC short setup. I believe we got stopped out a couple times here. It originally played out in our favor, but we weren't able to take profit. We just got a quick little retest done. And that's it. I took this one as well. All right, I got stopped out. Never played it again. Let price figure it out. Eventually, it formed an ABC. And like I said, based off of the previous trend, it's almost something similar. All right. We have an ABC. Within that ABC, we have another ABC. That's why I took that trade. And sometimes it's a lot simpler. Sometimes it's one and done. I'll admit, sometimes it can be tough, but because we don't know what's going to happen, we have to take the trades regardless, because we don't know of the possibilities of that opportunity that price gives us to continue. And at the current moment, let me turn this off. All right, at the current moment, if we look at this downtrend, all right, we have an ABC. All right, I took that trade. because that was a nice clear pullback. But unfortunately, it didn't play out exactly how we wanted it to. But within the C wave, there's an ABC. So this is something I call playing into the C. So when I play into the C, it gives me a higher probability of price reversing in my favored direction. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed, but it gives you a higher probability. So because we have an ABC within the C, you can see, I believe I got stopped out. I don't think it was too many times. Yeah, I got stopped out once of this position. And now I'm just letting it ride. That's it. You got to go both ways if you know what I mean. I know what you mean, Short K. I know what you mean. Slicing and dicing, snapping necks, cash and checks. Exactly. This is where the personal part of trading comes in. I took profit off of all those ABCs because I don't trust the market. I'd rather be safe than sorry. That's fine, Joe. But you got to understand what the caveat is to that. If you take profit too early, if price continues to run in the initial direction you were trading, what do you do? If that doesn't bother you, fine. That's 100% okay. But for me and how I do things and how I trade, it makes the most sense, and I make the most money when I let the trades ride out. Even if I might get stopped out, if I hold it, a lot of the times there's an opposing position to kind of hedge myself. And from there, I will make money regardless. How do you manage your stop loss? Do you put an entry with a buy short stop order at the A and stop? No. So it's static. So I don't go below the C. For me, it's static. So as soon as you get your A to a B to a C, all right, I'll show you exactly what I did. Go back in the replay feature again. So like I said, in this area here, I was looking for an A to maybe a possible B to a C. I marked out this area as a potential pivot. All right, I didn't trade this. So I let price establish. All right, that's an A to a B. As soon as price crosses below and then back above, right? We're not taking the trade below. Remember, it has to cross below and then back above. I set a static 3% stop. And I just let it go. Boom, got entered. So I got entered on the uptick. And I got stopped out once. Took it again. I took it again, and now we're here. So even though I got stopped out once, to me, it's just a static level. So as soon as I get my A pivot, I take the trade. I keep a 3% stop, and I will re-enter as long as price respects that level. What could have happened instead of, let's play the other side of the coin. Let's say price rejected, came up, maybe got me into one more trade, but eventually it just kept going. It just kept going down. All right, maybe it broke resistance and fell to like 19K. Right, I would still be benefiting off of the short position up here because I didn't take profit off of that. But I might have got stopped out one or two times, but price allowed itself to decide where it wants to go. All right, all I had to do was just wait and see. But obviously that didn't happen. So I took the trade, and now I'm just waiting. So hopefully that helps, Vlad. Like I said, all my entries are static. I don't go below the C. The problem with that is that sometimes your A and C are very significantly separated between the two. So if you were to do that, let's say on the short position, you'd be using like a 6% stop. At that point, like, how are you gonna make money? It's gonna be hard to make money. I totally agree, brother. My trading style told me take 50% profit on all these shorts we're in last Friday. I'm not arguing against you, just saying my research has led me to modify ABCs. Yeah, Joe, that's completely fine. That's awesome, man. I don't take it as like, trying to argue or trying to make things better. Like I figured out what works for me. If you want to find things, or if you want to modify it to where it benefits you and you like how it behaves, or you like the parameters you set for yourself, absolutely go for it, man. Nothing against that. Just for me, in my experiences, I've done it all right. I've used small time frames, I've used small stop losses, I've used set take profit levels, I've used fib targets, I've used Fibonacci extension targets. All right, technically, like let's say if you were using the 0.5 the 0.441 method, you would have taken profit already. I've used a lot of different variations of this method, and to me, this is pretty much the final product. All right, and there's a method to the madness. There's a reason why I do this, is because I've tried a lot of different ways, and this has worked the best so far. And the main reason why I hold my trades and let it run, it's a concept of making the best out of your winners and dragging them out as far as you can, is a method that Tom Hugard talks about in his book, Best Losers Win. If you guys don't know who Tom Hugard is, or Trader Tom is arguably one of the best traders on YouTube besides myself. I'm not saying I'm definitely better than a lot. I'm not saying I'm the best. Go ahead and check out Trader Tom. I'm actually going to subscribe on Beyond the Wicks channel. He is a wizard when it comes to trading the markets, but because I think he trades he might trade futures. I think he trades futures. So he's a very good futures trader, but his mindset towards trading can be applied to any markets. His methods to how he handles his mindset can be applied to any market. And so that book is absolutely phenomenal. Please get your hands on it. It'll definitely help you think a little bit differently when it comes to your trading. Hell yeah, preach. Thanks, Joe. Oh, I know Tom. He is amazing. Yes, Tom is a great trader. And if you read his book, I'm telling you, Vlad, if you know him, you should read his book. There's a reason why I don't have static take profits, is because he talks about letting the winners run and compounding the trades. I take that method and compound it a different way. Instead of adding the trades as they go up, I will use a continuation method. What the continuation method is basically, let's say you have a long position. All right, let's paint this example here. Let's say price continues in our favorite direction. All right, we keep pumping. Let's say we make a track to 48K. But within the process, let's say we get another opportunity to go ahead and take another ABC long position at a higher price point. All right, what I'll do is I will take profit and compound the money I made into the next position. From there, that'll allow me to make a lot more for the remainder of the next run up, versus if I just kept the trade and just held it. If I can get another opportunity to play into the same position, in this case it'd be another ABC long, right? Then I can make even more money for the rest of the way up. That's the continuation method. That's how I take profit, and that's how I accumulate and compound my gains. That's the reason why, look, like I said, I pretty much doubled this account in... When did we start this? I started this down here. So just about 8 months. So I made about 200%, around 200% in 8 months. So you do the math. All right, 25%, but let's say you cut that in half just to be safe. Wait, no. 12.5 rate of return. So if I can maintain a 12.5% month over month, let's go back to the calculator. Let's say I can maintain, let's say I'm at 2,000. Let's say I can maintain a 12.5% a month in a year without any extra deposits. That's a big chunk of money. That is a big chunk of money. 2 grand to 8 grand. That's nothing to there's nothing to fucking, I'm sorry, I mean to curse. There's nothing to scoff at. So I always say 7.5 just to be safe. You never know if we're gonna have bad months or not. But you know, right now on the current streak that I'm on, I'm averaging about a 25% rate of return. That's a lot. So do you have any plans to do futures? Yes, Pratish. I am currently looking into trying to do futures. It's a little bit difficult because the market behaves a lot differently than BTC. So I am on during my spare time. I do occasionally look at the NASDAQ and see if I can try to figure out futures. Let your winners ride. Exactly, Grant. Exactly. Let it ride. Compound when you can. Make the most out of the larger price action or the larger price movements. That's how you make a lot of money in this game. How long are we on for? Holy shit, we've been on for 2 hours and 15 minutes. To be honest, guys, that did not feel like 2 hours at all. Wow. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. No hope for starting scalp yet, Johnny. Joe, I'm still looking into it. I'm still trying to figure out if I can make it work. But I promise if I can figure out a good consistent system, I will definitely let you know. The hardest part is that it's not consistent. That's the hardest part. You can make it work. You want me to make it work, don't you? Don't you, Joe? Nah, you're a great trader. I know you can succeed at scalps, brother. I appreciate it. I've done okay in the past. To be honest, I'm gonna be a lot more excited to when the bull run comes around and we can start taking breakout trades. That's gonna be a lot more fun, in my opinion. That's gonna be a lot easier to do. You know, I was able to pretty much almost trying to think of what the I pretty much 5x'd my trading account just from doing breakout trades last bull run. So that was a lot of fun. I definitely think I can do the same again. And I think that'd be a lot more. I'll definitely look into scalping more then. I'm still gonna look into it now to see if I can make it work, but we'll just have to wait and see. All right, guys, let's do Wordle because I've been on here for a lot longer than I wanted to be on. I mean, I got nothing going on today. I just do some stuff around the house. Gonna go outside, get my steps in. That's my one thing I've been doing. I've been doing a lot of walking. Yesterday I walked for an hour and a half. And last week I walked on Friday, I believe, for like 2 hours. So that was like, what was that? I pretty much average like a 20-minute mile when I walk. No, I'm not the fastest walker. I don't like to run because I like to be able to, like, I listen to audiobooks or I watch YouTube videos or listen to things that I'm interested in listening to. And when I walk, it puts me in like a mindset that I kind of just ignore everything that's around me and I really focus on what I'm listening to. I like to like get content out of the way, listen to other videos, read books, listen to books. So I definitely got to do that today. I'm probably going to do that. Hopefully it doesn't Hopefully it doesn't rain. There's a chance of rain today. It was like 30% all day. And I know something that I learned. Okay, it got reduced to cloudy. Cool. Something that I learned, I don't know if you guys know this, but I didn't realize this until like last year. When a weather report says that there's like a 50% chance of raining, that means it's not a 50% chance of rain happening. It's a 50% chance, or sorry, it's a 50% of your area is going to get some sort of rain. That's what I learned. Unless I'm wrong, that's what I've heard is like the correct way to analyze it. So let's say in your town, let's say you have a 30% chance of rain, only 30% of the area of your town is going to see rain throughout the day. Doesn't mean it's going to be all day, it's going to be scattered, but that's what I learned. I didn't realize that until what? Probably like last year, 2 years ago. All right, let's do Wordle. Let's see. Pokemon Go helps you walk more. Yes, that's another good. Yep, I know people play Pokemon Go. That definitely helps people. For me, it's just I want to get my ass in shape, so I'm willing to walk and learn. That's been kind of my thing recently, walking and learning. Have a great evening, and thanks for the stream. Thank you so much, Jeff Jefferson. I will be here on Thursday. Hope to see you then. But let's go ahead and play some Wordle. Audio. Wow, we right off the bat. One for 5. When Johnny Raw walks the road walks for him. It's like a treadmill. I'm rotating the earth when I walk. Short has a lot of letters. That's a good one. That's a good one, Joe. Okay. Fantastic. So I'm thinking it's something Trost. Is that a word? Trost? No. Oh, frost. We got it. So for some reason, I'm really good at this game, and some reason I just get stumped on the dumbest thing. Usually what I like to do when it comes to this is once I know like where, if I can get 2 letters exactly on the right spots and I get 2 yellows, I can pretty much just flip flop. The first thing I do is flip flop. Figure the S is at in the second to last letter. Boom, frost. Whoa, Psychic Johnny. This is why Kite always accuses me of cheating. I don't know why. I always get accused of cheating. That was an easy one. Because I use a little bit of deductive problem solving. How's my watch doing? I need to charge my watch. Need a tracker to track my steps. Come on. Come on. All right, it's at 60%. I'll charge it for a little bit before I go. That tic-tac-toe trick still has me laughing. I literally said, Kite can spin it all he wants. All right. I told him the first move, not our first turns. The first turn is not allowed to do the corners. So I pretty much lawyered him. He got mad that he got lawyered. The tic-tac-toe trick. Yeah, that was good, man. That was good. That was really good. But 1,000 IQ. Look, I may be stupid, and trust me, when it comes to a lot of things, I don't know shit. But sometimes I can think outside of the box. Sometimes, right? It's that creative mindset coming in. That's why, like, I've been a musician for 10, 15 years of my life. Been playing guitar since I was like 13. So for me, being creative like that, sometimes it corresponds to other aspects of my life, which, you know, sometimes tricking people is one of my things. It's kind of funny, actually. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead on that note. We're gonna go ahead and wrap things up. I really do appreciate you guys for hanging out. If you guys have any questions, I know Vlad is new to the channel, so welcome, Vlad. If you're still here, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you can learn more about ABCs. And if not, no worries. But if anyone's new to the channel, if anyone's here, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me via my Discord in the description, as well as if you want to sign up for the Discord. All my links are in the description below. You guys can also sign up for Fairdesk if you guys sign up and deposit. Also, that supports me in the channel, so I would greatly appreciate it. Yeah. I only look dumb, but at least I'm stupid. I love that, Crypto Beehive. I love that. That's awesome. That was good. That made me laugh. That's really funny. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and call it a stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Hopefully, we continue to pump here. If things get wild, maybe I'll stop by tomorrow. I know last week we had FOMC stuff, but if not, I'm going to be here on Thursday. We can recap on what's been going on, talk about any updates. But yeah, until then, look forward to see you guys there. Thank you guys. Thank you, Crypto Beehive, Joe, Prathish, Jeff Jefferson, Grant, BetaBot, Vlad, Short King. Let's see. Akbar, Smoking Burrow, Monk, Crypto Dylan, Clap Show. If anyone's still here, if I missed you, San Holo, Supreme Cat, Olif, Prathish. I think I said Prathish already. See you on Thursday. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Thanks again for tuning in. Let's do the thing. Stare into your souls for a little bit, and we'll go ahead and sign off. Why does my face feel like it feels like it's not symmetrical for some reason? I don't know. I got dropped on my head when I was a baby a couple times, but I don't think it would cause this much disfiguration. All right, on a real note, let's go ahead and do the thing.